So I haven't really decided just yet what I'm gonna do today. Um, that's why I don't like to hold too much overnight. Then you wake up to surprises. So I held a few Tesla puts, but I didn't hold much. I sold most of my position yesterday, so I'm not really concerned. Um, so that's what's important. Sometimes you make money, and I was up money. And if you don't sell, which I sold most, so I'm okay. But if you don't sell and you wake up and you were making money and then suddenly you wake up and all that money you made is gone and more. And it's happened to me so many times, which is why right now I'm being very prudent. You know, I want to, you know what? I'm making money. Be happy with what I made. Let me take most of it off the table so I know I secured that money. And then tomorrow's a new day. So we did end pretty weak yesterday, and now they're opening it stronger, but not really strong. So now if I look at the futures, we bounced right off of the 200-day moving average on the futures, which is that purple line right there. But we're still below this long-term trend line, so I'm bearish for that reason because we've been holding that for a long time. We've been in a channel and we broke that channel. Is it possible that we wick back into the channel? That's possible. And it could be a fake out, but all the signs I'm seeing say it's probably unlikely, but anything is possible. So we got earnings, so we don't know what kind of surprises we're going to have on earnings season.
It's a green candle.
So let's look at the QQQ, see how it's opening up. So
is that a gap up?
A gap up normally is considered above the previous high of the previous day. So like opening higher than the highest of the previous day. But yeah, to some extent we are opening higher, and I was thinking that if we opened higher it would be a good short. I don't want to run into it. I do think we're going to go red today, to be honest, because we're already fairly close to the red line. I think if we push a bit more, it could be a good short. I'd feel comfortable shorting if it pushed around here. I'm on the fence at the moment. But I think this candle is going to end up red down here, personally. I think that's how we're going to end. I think we're going to see weakness and end down here. But anything's possible, and I have not made a trade as of yet. This stock on the Canadian side still doing well. Interesting action, though. I would find it a little hard to play this. I don't even know what's going on over here. Just gapping down for no reason every day. Today it gapped up. I'd be on the fence over here. Capstone Mining on the Canadian side. Another one. Showing some strength.
Beggar, can you check gold mining abx.to?
Yeah, gold stocks. Let me see. I like Capstone though, but I don't know if it's totally ready to run yet, but I think it is going to run fairly soon. These gold stocks are trying to find a bottom. You could see they're trying to find a bottom, and there is some signs of a potential bottom, but the overall chart is not, it's not screaming buy to me right now. It says wait and see. BTO might be a bit better. It's trying to set a monthly higher low over here, but they're very similar charts anyways. I have no idea what this volume spike is, but I'm guessing some big dark pool transaction. Should have took those BBIG puts yesterday. I was thinking of that, and it was up a lot after hours. And then you know, took it all back. Sophie gapping up. I don't know what the news is, but there's pretty high volume yesterday. They're squeezing some shorts today on this gap up. I'd be on the fence here though. I think it could pull back a bit more. Whack. Overextended. Yeah, see, I look at things and I see like the red line is down here, and it might push further, like some craziness might happen, but overall I see it's overextended. So like, let's say I wanted to play this, I'm not going to go bullish on it. I was thinking this would rebound today, and it did. I don't know if we'll go too much further, maybe a little bit further to the red line. EBIG might not drop that much further today. The red line's actually kind of catching up to it. Still at 446 though. Trying to hold that 100-day moving average. Netflix earnings are soon. I'm pretty sure they're gonna bomb earnings. I don't know if I'm gonna bet on it or not, but I'm quite sure they're gonna bomb earnings.
Yeah, I wanted to actually ask you with Netflix, you think the revenue is going to be a lot higher because they raised the price? A lot of people are not really going to worry too much about canceling their thing, or do you think there's going to be a big, shift in a lot of people leaving because the price went up a couple dollars?
I don't think people will really leave as of yet, but there is a lot of competition, and I think that's more the problem instead of the price hikes. I just think there's too much competition now for Netflix, and for that reason, I don't think it's a good investment, and I think it's headed lower because they were the top dogs for a long time, and now what do they have that, they might have a few shows that other people don't have, but yeah, QQQ showing weakness now. But yeah, I think they're going to bomb earnings. I just look at the Netflix chart, and, why did it disappear on me? And I look at the Netflix chart and I see this clear support level that it's testing, and so many other stocks have broken their critical support that I'd be quite surprised if this holds it. They're going to need some really good earnings. So I don't know if I would go with puts on earnings. It's a gamble, like I said, every time I try to play earnings, it tends to not go well for me. So I'll probably just sit out on the overnights. Bitcoin keeps trying to hold this support line, and also they're trying to set a higher low here. Like, this is their lifeline, right? This is like their last chance at hope. So that's why they don't want to give it up easy. I'm on the fence here. I don't have too big of a position on BITI. It's fairly small because I'm unsure if we're going to set a higher low and push to a higher high, there's a potential of that. And if we do, we'll get a retest up here, probably around 45K, maybe the 50-day moving average, if the bulls are able to hold this low and push to a higher high. So that's why I don't want a large position right now, because there's no certainty and there's just not much action right now. There's nothing saying buy or sell clearly. So we're on a nice downtrend on the weekly, but like I said, the bulls don't want to give it up. Like, this is their last lifeline. So that's why they're really trying to hold this area. NASDAQ is pushing up a bit. Again, I didn't do anything yet. I didn't take any positions as of yet. I'm holding a tiny amount of Tesla puts from yesterday, which obviously are down today, but it's not that much that I'm really concerned about it. So right now they got a double bottom. I don't think they're going to be able to hold it. I think this is kind of a short-term pump and fake out, in which I might be interested in taking puts very shortly. Let me look at the volume.
What do you think, like 375 like yesterday? Buy some puts?
I want to go with the volume and let the volume kind of dictate and let me know, instead of just guessing a price. But yeah, I mean, if it did hit close to yesterday's high, which is right around the red line, I would feel comfortable taking puts up here, which is we're getting fairly close, right? So if we want today to be a bearish day, we want this to make a nice upper wick, and then we want to sell this off and then drop towards that 200 days. As of now, on the future, see, you got too overextended to the downside. A red line was all the way up there, and that's why we got this nice little retracement.
So are you wanting to see a lot of volume like in the morning, and then you would expect it to drop after all then?
What I would want is like this is going up, right? And then there's a spike, you know, and then there's a higher volume spike on the increase, and that says, okay, they shook a lot of shorts out of their position. They sucked a lot of people in, and now maybe we're going to see a reversal. We're seeing weakness in Tesla today compared to the market, whereas I'm seeing QQQ hit new highs, whereas Tesla's hitting new lows. So that's notable. And this might end up translating to a drag on QQQ soon. That's notable, though, making me feel more comfortable with my Tesla puts, which, again, I don't have a lot, but I still have some. The rate pulled back today. I think that's part of why we're getting a little bit of pump in the market. That might be it. That might be our little top for now. Let's look on the 1 minute. See? Look at that volume spike. Sometimes you gotta look at the 1 minute to see, and you don't see on the 5 minutes. See the volume spike at the high over here? And now we're declining volume on the way down. I do think we're gonna reverse. Do I want to grab puts yet? Debating. Like I said, I think we pushed up, we make an upper wick, we got closer to the red line, and then we make an upper wick, and then we sell off and create a nice red candle. That's what I was thinking. I'm not too sure yet. I don't know if the bulls are going to let this support go easy. They definitely, you know, it's a big lifeline for them, but they already let this trend line go, so it's notable that they broke this trend line, so I'm quite sure we'll break that other support. You see, Bitcoin's getting some play. This is why I don't want to hold too much right now, because the bulls are really trying to hold over here. And if they are able to get some follow through, they might be able to break this high, 44.5, and retest this previous support area. You can tell QQQ has resistance around here, though. Every time it pushes up around here, it's pulling back. So sometimes I look not even just at the chart, but at the price action. Tesla's hitting new lows. So Tesla looks quite weak. Let me look at Tesla. It was above that red line. Maybe it's trying to hold. It rejected the 50-day right now. That's what happened. We rejected the 50-day moving average. And the high of yesterday. There's a lot of moving averages here, which is why you're seeing a lot of resistance on Tesla. You got the 4-day, the 8-day, the 50-day, and the up middle weekly Bollinger Band. So highly unlikely Tesla goes up today because there's so much resistance right over here. QQQ, we might get an inside bar opposed to anything. It's possible. It's possible we kind of just trade in a range today instead of get any action in either direction. On the Canadian side, weed, wow, $9. I would have bought weed in the $9 if it dropped there very fast, but it's kind of been bouncing, and so it wasn't like a swift drop to $9.
Well, my day's over already.
Sorry?
My day's over. Just made $1 grand on the last future.
Nice. You were bullish. See, now it's flipping. Yeah, see, I was right.
No,
over there.
I was shorting.
Oh, just right now, like you did in 1 second.
Yeah, pretty much.
And you took profits already. Nice.
I might stay just like because I'm greedy, but yeah.
I think you might be right. I do think we're headed lower, but it sounds like you're dealing with a pretty big Forex position to make a grand on that small move.
Yeah, 20.
Yeah, 20 lots.
Yeah.
This is where we have to be cautious. See this little volume spike on the downside? So now that's why we're getting a little rebound here. Volume spike upside, pullback. Volume spike downside, rebound. I want to see how it reacts around here. I wanted to take puts too. I'm a little hesitant at the moment because I had a really good day yesterday, and sometimes I don't want to push it. Like if I have a good day, do I, you know, unless I'm 100% certain, and at the moment I'm not 100%, then sometimes it's best to just wait until I'm 100%, until I'm like, I know this is good for sure. Or at least I'm like 90%. Sophie selling off as I thought thus far. Yeah, if I was going to go with a gold stock, I think I like BTO. They're trying to set a double bottom, but overall, I don't really like the chart, so I don't really want to run into any gold stocks. Shopify up 3%, trying to hold this area.
Yo, Swiss, can you end your stream and then start it up again? Oh, there we go. It's perfect. It's good to go.
Yeah, if you notice, Bitcoin's holding up much better than a lot of the other cryptos, and that's because it's at that major support, and the bulls don't want to let it go because they let that go, and it's pretty much like saying it's donezo to me. Because at this point, how much value can Bitcoin have if it constantly has to go through these? Like, how can it be considered a currency or a store of value if it's regularly dropping 40% and then breaking critical support areas? So I think bulls need to hold this area, and I don't think they will for much longer. But I do think possible they get a short-term push. Look at that. See how fast we flipped on the NASDAQ? It's the volume. That's what it is. See that spike on the 1 minute? Bang. Spike. They flipped it right to new highs. Now, if you want a rapid trade, you could trade these. Now we're getting another little spike over here. Let's look.
Yeah, I didn't go long though.
Well, did you at least take some profits on your short?
Yeah, I exited the full position. Always do that.
Okay, nice. Well, you made money, you're good. As long as you make money, you know. And it's sometimes best to just do nothing and just sit on your hands and do nothing. Like I haven't done anything today. And I was debating buying puts, and I would have been green, but now it would have been red. And I'm not a rapid trader where I want to be like, oh, in, out, in, out, in, out. I don't want to do it that fast. I want to do a little more like, let me buy and sell it in like half an hour kind of thing. So it's good I didn't act as of yet. I was looking for that reversal on Ford, and it did reverse. And look it up there. That was the cue. Big reversal, upper wicket profit taking.
Aurora Cannabis.
What with Aurora?
Sorry. Yeah, it hit 52-week low. Everything's hitting 52-week low right now. I'm just getting notifications after notifications.
Aurora's almost at like an all-time low almost. Look at this, so ugly.
Just getting the inverse wheat ETF from Horizon. It's doing great so far.
Smart.
Nice.
Smart. Did not think about that.
I saw this on Aurora a long time ago, and it's this huge bearish head and shoulders on the monthly. Look at that. it was massive, and I was watching that back in the day. I'm like, this thing is gonna crater, and it's just
It's
gonna,
almost up 100% in like a month or two.
what's up 100%?
The inverse weed ETF.
Oh wow, really?
HMJI, right?
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, I'm loving it.
I should keep more of an eye on that one. Sometimes it has pretty low liquidity though. It doesn't have like huge spreads.
Like 14 cents maybe.
Okay. Where's Capstone?
It's just there's no volume, so like just to buy could like skyrocket the fucking ETF sometimes.
Yeah. Capstone might break out soon. So yeah, like, you know, a lot of people don't trade options right now, and they're seeing me trade options, and they're maybe missing out. I've been talking about a lot of Canadian stocks as well, and some US stocks. And this is one of them. And this overall chart looks good to me. Like, I'm pretty sure it's going to break out, but obviously we'll see. But 664, that's the all-time high. Is that the all-time high? Let's look back. Yeah, that's the all-time high. That's the resistance right now. The pattern looks pretty good, though. Looks like a big monthly bull flag that might be breaking out very shortly. I don't know if we'll push much further today because it's already a little too much above the red line, but maybe tomorrow we get an inside bar and then we get a break. Sorry, what were you saying?
I was just asking, what do you think of Lockheed Martin? I know you were saying you like that stock.
Your mic is like extremely low. Nice. Tesla. See, I held my puts. No panic. Your mic is really, really low. I can't really hear you.
Sorry, I was saying, what do you think of Lockheed Martin? I know you said you like that, right, for the long term?
I do. I do like it, and it's a value stock. Their PE ratio is low. They pay a decent dividend. I do like that one. Let's look at it right now.
Yeah, it's been running quite a bit.
Yeah, I gave it out. I'll see. It's been pushing. I gave it out, I don't know, a week ago. But yeah, it's been doing well. I like it. I think it's at a resistance area now. I don't know if I'd want to chase it here, but I think it will do well. Like, I wouldn't be concerned chasing it. Like, it might pull back a bit in the short term to kind of develop a next support level, but I do like it. I like this stock. And look, it's got a yearly bull flag. It's a yearly bull flag, so that suggests a long-term uptrend is probably on the way.
Is the declining volume a good sign?
Let me see. Well, today, the day's not done yet, but it looks like it's going to be fairly low today. It was picking up, but yeah, there's no sign of any volume spike or anything to suggest a top.
Sweet.
Yeah, Tesla, this looks like a bearish head and shoulders. The patterns don't need to be perfect to play out, you know. They don't need to be like an exact, you know, perfect pattern. As long as the general idea is there. And it may not play out, you know. It's probably going to depend on earnings too, which Tesla earnings January 26th. So can the bulls hold up until then? Or can the bulls hold up and hold the support until then? Is the question. That's another 7 days before their earnings. I think they're expected to be good earnings because they said already that they sold a lot of cars. But sometimes when good news is expected, it ends up going the opposite way. So we'll see. See that little spike on Bitcoin and then some pullback on less volume? Could be a little 5-minute bull flag though. QQQ, we're getting high volume overall this first half hour. So if we end up pulling back mid next half of the day, there's going to be a lot of volume trapped in the red. I don't think we'll push much more. And if we do, I think 375.50, right around where this red line would be our max for the day. We're not going further than that. I highly, highly doubt it. So it's probably fairly safe to take a short around here, with not too much risk. I don't think we're going to get a sudden huge move to the upside. Obviously, anything's possible, but I highly doubt it because we're seeing weakness in a big name like Tesla. Look at other names. Apple, not going too far. Hit our red line already. It's not going much further. Amazon is actually a really ugly chart. I'm expecting Amazon to drop a lot. I look at the monthly on Amazon and it's not pretty. This does not look good to me. I think because the share price was so high that it took them so long to distribute it to retail. So this is 2 years long. Rising wedge on the monthly, and then you got a double top on the monthly right there. And now we're breaking down. I don't like Amazon. I think it has a decent amount of downside. Google looks healthier than some of the other ones, but might not drop much further this week. Right inside bar this week. But you see already hitting around our red line. That red line is very, very effective. Comes into play almost every day. Tesla's holding right around there as a support, but I think it's going to close under it. I think it's possible Tesla breaks these lows of the previous days. It's already faked out above Friday's high, and then there was a big upper wicket profit taking. So we'll see if this clearly weaker than the QQQ, that's for sure. Like, look at QQQ hitting new highs. Tesla is right near the lows of the day. So this is what you want to see if you're a bear on a stock. You want to see it underperforming the market and underperforming the sector. The momentum tends to shift around 10 o'clock, 10:15, 10:30. The momentum starts to shift. I don't see a spike on this upside move, so I don't want to run in short just yet, but I am looking for a short on QQQ. I don't want to rush it, and thankfully I didn't yet because I'd be in the red right now. The reason I don't want to play this upside as much, even though I thought maybe it's going to rebound a bit towards the red line, is I just don't feel as comfortable going against the trend. And the trend right now is down. I'd rather go with the trend and wait for my entries to follow the trend. I'm letting the bounce play out, letting the RSI cool off, whatever it has to do. And then I'm fishing for that next high because I'm just expecting another lower high. I don't see signs of a reversal right now. I see signs of a cool off, but not of a reversal. Gold is pushing today. Notable. Keeping an eye on gold on this pattern. No confirmation yet. It's hard to make an investment case for gold just because it's not the most useful metal, but maybe there's more uses than I know of. But I think with having Bitcoin declined and cash money going down in value, you see the US dollar's taking a beating recently, and bonds dropping, gold might actually be the best hedge right now. Maybe. I'm not too sure, but this pattern does look pretty nice. So yeah, I mean, go ahead.
I have a question for QQQ. So you're saying you only think there's going to be a reversal if the volume spikes up? Like, you don't think there's going to be a reversal without high volume today?
Typically, almost every time I see that, we see the we see the reversal. So since I don't see it yet, like I'm seeing declining volume on the way up, which suggests a lack of selling pressure on the way up. I mean, definitely it can reverse without it. It doesn't need it to, for sure. But definitely I would feel much more confident in taking a short position and thinking it's going to reverse if I saw a spike. If I saw it pushed up and then we saw a spike, then I would be like, there's my go. Because that would mean a lot of people just went bullish. A lot of shorts stop losses went through. I should have bought more Tesla puts. I actually had my finger on the buy trigger and I didn't do it. It's notable because, yeah, it's hitting new lows while QQQ is hitting new highs. So I wouldn't be surprised it goes even lower, because now if we see weakness on QQQ, and I think we will, I think it's coming. It's just pushing up in the short term, but I think it's coming. Even on the 1 minute, we can watch for the volume spikes. This is a little bit of one, so that could be a bit of a red flag that things might be starting to turn. We're getting a little bit of rising wedge. We're hitting new highs without too much follow through. So since Tesla's already weak and while QQQ is strong, if QQQ gets weak, Tesla's going to get extra weak. Like, it's going to start dumping because it's weak when the market's strong. So imagine the market turns weak, then this is going to get extra weak, more than likely.
Steph, is your next target on QQQ the 150, the purple one, on the 5 minute?
You know what? I don't use the moving averages on the 5 minute as much. I'm more about the volume on the 5 minute to decide. And it looks like that little spike. Yeah, this little spike on the 1 minute right there, that was our cue of a pullback. And it did. Right there. Look at Tesla. See what I'm saying? The QQQ pulls back. Tesla gets extra beat. Tesla's very weak today. It's definitely notable. It's doing literally the exact opposite of the market. Literally the exact opposite of what QQQ is doing. You know, it's $1,000, right? And people might look back and be like, damn, I should have sold at $1,000 when what I think is coming. I think we're going to test at least this trend line, which is in the 800s. We'll see. We shall see. Let's look at the QQQ. We got close enough to the red line where I don't think we're going to push much further. Like, I think we've hit our top for today on QQQ. And now you're seeing fairly low volume on the decline, which is a good sign. It shows a lack of buying pressure. Now, if I'm going to look at... It's not working. That Tesla, I held my puts, did not panic. I had the finger, though, to buy more, and I didn't, which I'm a little upset about. You guys don't have to play the same things that I play. You know, you guys, I always want you guys to do your own thing, really. And I'm just there to provide some ideas. But if I'm teaching you and I'm showing you what I'm looking for, you guys should be able to apply this to your own trading. And you're going to see, okay, like look at the volume spike, or, you know, look at the lack of follow through, look at the red line. And you guys are going to be able to look at things yourself and say, okay, I should buy or I should sell or I shouldn't buy or whatever it is, or let me wait a bit longer. I would feel comfortable shorting QQQ now. I feel pretty comfortable. Tesla, pretty sure it's gonna go and break those lows of yesterday, which was 1,016. Pretty sure it's gonna break that, and that's gonna start dragging down the QQQ. But yeah, if you're not playing options, at least you can use my ideas, my guidance to help you make decisions, and just the way I look at charts and stuff. But I did mention a few stocks. I've been looking at First Quantum. I've been looking at Capstone. These are doing well. These are on an uptrend. These are my swing plays. The things that I mentioned that they could be good for a little bit longer term kind of swings. And they have been doing well. Like, they've been up and down, but they've been up overall. I didn't take those QQQ puts, thankfully. Let's see what happened there. Higher volume at that low, and then again another spike.
Gold is pushing heavy. It
Gold's
just broke 1830.
Yeah, look, BTO, we got 3%. It's pretty notable, BTO. This could be a double bottom here. I saw fairly high volume the other day. I did mention this. Look at it right there. So BTO might... It's a fairly low risk trade because the low is 438. So if you were to get in, that could be your stop loss below that. And it's a fairly low risk trade. I'm not going to take it myself just because I'm liking this options thing and like I'm having fun with it, and they move like so much every day. So like it's just definitely more fun to play options right now.
ATI is pushing 8% up today.
ATAI, I was looking at it yesterday. I'm like, it's cheap. I'm like, it's cheap. Maybe it's gonna run, and I didn't pull the trigger.
8.5.
Yeah, right to the red line. I don't think it'll go much further. But yeah, I was looking at it yesterday. Maybe another day though, because we did get a bit of a spike. And it's the red line is around 650 on the weekly. It's a very effective gauge, like this red line thing. It doesn't always work, but it's like it's a very effective gauge, especially on the daily. On the daily, it's very, very effective. The monthly, not as effective, but it does tend to come into play.
Microsoft.
Look at this high volume right near on the highest candlestick. I think QQQ is going to reverse now. I think we're about to go down.
What's the exact price you have on QQQ right now?
It's on my screen, 370, 374.
Okay, perfect. I can't see your screen, bro. And Swizz's stream keeps cutting out, so I'm just listening.
Well, I streamed it too, so there's 3 going on. Do we have more than 150 people?
Yeah, I think there's like 220, and Swizz's is not working.
Wow.
Let me set up a stream 1 sec.
Holy crap. Are we all home? Nobody wants to go to work? We're all trading.
It's snowing, man.
Honestly, though, this is sick. Like, you got 220 people up in the morning listening to you.
That's crazy.
It's actually savage.
It's a call.
I really like it, the trade, actually.
It's the gang.
Yeah. I bought a small amount of QQQ puts for now. Not a big position. I bought January 28th, 378. 378 strike, January 28th. I bought a small amount right now.
The US 10-year still up? I'm just driving right now.
No, it's down, but I don't think it really matters. It's high enough that it still puts pressure on the market, and the overall trend is up. And I'm pretty sure people know the yield is going higher, like because the government hasn't even raised the rates yet, and it's already gone up so much. So wait till the government actually comes in and says, "Okay, we're raising the rate." Then it's going to go up a lot more. So the rate is almost definitely going over 2. It's just a matter of, a month or two. Might take another month or two, but it's almost definitely going over 2. So the market knows that already, which is why the market's on the decline, and it's pricing it in. See, when I get in a position like QQQ pulled back, I'm in the green now on my puts. Slightly, not much, but slightly. But see this little volume spike? That makes me think, oh, they're going to rebound it temporarily anyways. And they did already. Look at it. It's designed to really go the opposite of what the majority of people are doing. So as soon as a lot of people do one thing, they're instantly like wanting to flip it the other way to screw all of them. And sometimes it happens very fast.
Which puts did you end up picking up?
January 28th, $378 strike.
How much did you get them for?
896. So right around where it is. It's slightly higher right now.
Nice.
$8.96 was my average fill. I don't know if we're going to get too much action today. It might just be an inside bar today, which is very possible. Momentum tends to shift around this time of the day, 10:10. So we had upward momentum that first hour. Sometimes it tends to shift that hour into the day. So we'll see if that plays out. And look, see that little volume spike that I saw? Again, they rebounded right after that once again. Every time you see a spike, they go the opposite way, in case you don't notice. Every single time. It's unbelievable. But the computers are so fast. So, like, the bigger the spike, the more the bigger the reversal or the longer the consolidation. So these spikes aren't that big that it's like, really going to flip the day around, but it's enough to get these short-term bounces and flips.
So usually you just want to wait for that confirmation candle after the spike to buy in? I mean, to scale in a little bit?
No, I don't even wait for the confirmation candle. The spike is the confirmation for me. Once I see that, that's the confirmation for me.
Okay.
Unless there's a reason for the spike, like some really good news came out that was unanticipated, then it's different. But, obviously, at least right now, I don't think any news or anything came out, so there's no real reason for it to spike.
So, in the morning at 8:30 when it opened, it left a little bit of a gap. Do you think it's going to refill that gap today?
Where's the gap?
Like right in the morning at the 1 minute.
I don't think it could create a gap at 1 minute. There's no gap. No gap over here.
I'm going to send it to the chat.
Okay. See that spike, and now we got this rebound and some consolidation here. It happened with Bitcoin too. Back then, it was this spike. I'm surprised we're getting this much of a push now in QQQ. This spike, and then we had a long consolidation. Look how long this consolidation was after the spike. We did push up. I guess shook a lot of shorts and stuff out of their positions, and there was a fake out up here, and then that's when we got that reversal again. Yeah, the 1 minute, I don't always use the 1 minute, but it is something to keep in mind. The 5 minute is more 5 minute is more reliable. Like if I saw a spike on the 5 minute, it would be more reliable than watching on the 1 minute. I'm hoping this isn't
trying
a
to
little
shake
bull
up shorts,
flag
I
now.
think.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think we're gonna go too far today based on my red line strategy anyway. So if we do push higher, I'm not gonna be too concerned. I don't think today's gonna end up being some massive green day. I have my doubts. We already reached for the red line, and I already took a look at the big players, and it doesn't look like they're going much further. Red line, around red line.
I see HPU's are pretty.
Which one? Sorry.
HPU, sorry, gold.
Gold is really pushing now. Look at that BTO. Still cheap. This might push more. Could buy some calls on some of the gold plays, but I don't know. The overall chart isn't great, but I see the bulls trying for the double bottom. There's a little volume spike there. This is a pretty big breakout on gold, so it's a little cup and handle, little bull flag breakout. Not that much volume. Was high volume on the pullback yesterday on gold. Now we're seeing a push. So pretty notable. I guess where do you put your money if the value of money is going down and stocks have overall been going down and crypto's going down and bonds are going down? Bonds are supposed to be the safest investment during a crash, but they've been dropping a lot. These are the bonds. When these go down, interest rates go up. When this goes up, interest rates go down. So there's been a bond market sell-off because everyone knows the government's raising rates. And everyone knows when the government raises rates, the value of bonds goes down. So there's been a bond market sell-off. So it makes sense for gold to go up, actually. There's a good investment case for it because I wasn't totally thinking into it yesterday, but yeah, if bonds are going down, if stocks are going down, if the value of cash is going down and the value of crypto is going down, where do you put your money? And
hookers and blow.
Maybe that if you like, sure. Might as well just go spend it before it becomes worthless. Could do that too. That's another option. So yeah, gold makes sense. Let's look at, is silver going up? Silver. Yeah, silver too. Where do I have silver? I have it in here somewhere already. I don't know if we'll get much action today on the QQQ. I don't know. I'm debating. I'm on the fence here. Might just be an inside bar. I don't think we'll go much higher. And if we do, I'd probably add to my short position. And I don't know if we're going to go too low either. It might just be kind of this inside range. See, Tesla had that little spike on the low, and that's right when it rebound.
But BTO calls are really cheap, even if you look 4 months out.
I'm just a little on the fence. I don't feel comfortable enough, like because the chart's kind of ugly. I mean, other than short term, maybe double bottom, but this is an ugly chart. Gold, on the other hand, I might rather just be bullish gold, like the bullion, because this has a potentially huge bull flag. Whereas this looks healthy, it looks clean, like it's a nice pattern. Gold's not too far off from all-time highs. Whereas the gold stocks, where did they go? Disappeared. Gold stocks, look at that. That's ugly. So the thing is, if the stock market is selling off, and risk assets are selling off. Even if gold is going up, unless it really goes up, why should gold stocks go up? They're still a risk asset. The reason money is going into gold is because it's an off-risk asset. It's a risk-off asset, you know, because what's the risk in gold? It's gold. Like, there's no earnings, there's no financials, there's no debt. You know, it's gold. It is what it is.
But if these gold stocks, like the mining companies, they make gold and gold goes up and their operation costs are still the same, then shouldn't their stock price go up?
It should. But if we're in like a real, like if we're actually going into a bear market, if, you know, we don't know for sure yet, but definitely seeing a lot of bear signs. But if we're actually going into a bear market, most stocks are going to be affected for the most part, I think, regardless of sometimes even if they're making good money and stuff, they'll still be affected just because the general sentiment is risk off. Sell stocks. But commodity stocks have been doing well and gold stocks haven't. And either that's a really good opportunity or that's just telling you that no, just stay out, because this is an ugly chart. And again, they're going for the double bottom. So maybe it's at a big support area, because this was a big, like looking at BTO, this was a big resistance area in the past many times. So we're trading right around there. I don't know. I wouldn't be comfortable enough buying calls. For gold, on the other hand, based on what I'm seeing now, I'd feel pretty comfortable being long. But to really feel like gold is breaking out, I would want it to break this high, which is 1877, to really feel like now it's breaking out of this pattern. Yeah, I was thinking, like, is this a long-term cup and handle on gold? And it's possible. The thing is, a cup and handle, typically the handle forms below the left side. Like it shouldn't have passed these highs. It should have consolidated and then broke out. Whereas it passed the highs and then consolidated, and that's not the best sign. That's why I'm not like running for gold right now, because I'm a little iffy on what this actually is. What it's actually happening here. Like a nice cup and handle, the handle forms below the left side of the cup. So I'm feeling pretty confident in my positions. I have 30 contracts on QQQ puts, which I'm considering a small position for me. It's like 26 grand. But I'm wondering if I should add more. Feel pretty comfortable. It's going to go lower today, because we got that first hour push in favor of the bulls, and they're not getting too much momentum to the upside, and we tapped right around where the red line is. So all my criteria is saying, okay, we're done for the day. We're not going much higher today, unless there's some news. Yeah, unless some really big news comes out that's unanticipated, or unless the rate suddenly drops a ton for whatever reason. You know, I think we're either going down today, or we're not going further up at minimum. Tesla, I'm expecting more. I'm expecting it to break yesterday's lows now, which is, what's yesterday's low? 1,016. The low before is 1,013. I'm expecting it to break that low. Now we're seeing weakness in QQQ. My puts are starting to pay. I paid 896 average. Now they're 940. Or almost. They're moving. They're moving a lot. They move by the second a lot, but whatever. This is why I like options.
Tiger, if you got a moment, would you be able to run through your analysis on MFC, Manulife Financial?
I could take a look. A little double top on the daily. I think it got a little overextended on the weekly, and that's a little bit of the problem. So maybe we'll pull back a bit more. But I don't think this is a reversal. I don't think so. But we faked out above this high for now. I think the overall pattern looks okay, though. I was thinking this could be a cup and handle. Possible it's not. Where's that high volume? It's at the low. So that's a good sign. The high volume's at that low. A little spike the other week, which is probably why we're getting a little bit pushback now, but not enough for me to think it's a reversal. Might just be a temporary pullback. This stock
Do you think
is
there's
slow.
a reversal on X?
Sorry?
Do you think there's a reversal on X right now?
I don't know if it's hitting, because I set some stop loss. I don't remember. Damn, it went right to the red line and then dumped. I was thinking it would rebound to the red line today, and it did. I don't know if it's hitting my stop loss that I set. This is why I like to go day by day and not hold things. And things with the swing trades is that it's kind of harder to gauge something days or weeks out than it is to gauge something day by day. Where you see day by day the way I do analysis, and I said, QQQ, we're looking the red line, that's our target, maybe we'll push back over there, I don't think we'll go much further. But it's very clear to me, and I can look at the volume and the data on the spot and make decisions. Whereas I'm looking at X, right? And I think I called it right around here. And it went up, and it was good, right, at first. But then what happened is that it faked out above this high, no follow through, upper wick of profit taking, and then there would have said, okay, maybe not, maybe it's not good. So I was thinking it was good, and it pushed, faked out, reversal candlestick, upper wick, maybe it's not good. And it's hard for me to update those, you know, every day or by the second. I don't want to tell people buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. So what I do is I put all the criteria in there. Here's a stop loss. Here's this. Here's the first profit taking target. And then I kind of leave it at that. Tesla's going down as I anticipated. This is why you have to go day by day a lot of the time, because
You think it's better to get out for X right now?
Taking quite a beating. I don't really like this
I think
candle.
your stop loss was like 23.20 or something.
Was it that low? Might have been right there. That might have been where I put it. Or if I put it, I might have put it on this one. I'm not sure. I don't think it's going to dump much more today. It would be surprising. It would be getting quite far from the red line, but look at the 5-minute. Little spikes up here. I think we could rebound back to this area, 2390. See where this volume is. I think it's possible it rebounds right around there, 2380. And that could be, if you don't want to stay in, if you're in it, then that could be the opportunity to get out. Hopefully that's the case of what happens. Just 5-minute lower high after lower high. Look, lower high, 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 lower high. Jeez. The market is weak, and this is a problem with just giving swing trades in general. When the market is weak and the market's on the decline, for the most part, most stocks are going to be on the decline. Let's look at the list. Look how many red stocks there are. Well, there's a lot of green today too. But I bet if we look back, the overall trend was down. Look at that. Down, 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 down. Everything is taking a hit. Costco, even safe stocks. So the thing, when the market's on the decline, it tends to bring everything down with it. But the safer stuff, like look at Coca-Cola, they tend to fare much better than other stocks. But even then, these could dump too. It's very possible. Let's look at Coca-Cola during COVID. What did it? It dropped all the way to 36 from 60. So even Coca-Cola, a blue chip stock, lost almost half its value during COVID crash. So if the market's declining, if the S&P 500 is declining, let's put it that way, more than likely almost every stock is. Like for the most part, almost every stock is. So you always want to keep an eye on the S&P 500 because that's going to be your gauge for everything.
Yo, hello? Can you hear me?
Hey. What's up? My Tesla puts are paying nice. My QQQ puts are paying nice. Oh, fuck. I was going to buy more and I didn't. Fuck. I had my finger on the buy trigger. I thought I did buy more, but I didn't. Damn.
What about commodities?
They've rallied so hard, and I think that's where the caution is. Like some of these commodity stocks, while I like them and I've picked them out and they've gone up, they've rallied so hard. Look how much this went up. Look how much this went up. Suncor, look how much Suncor went up. I don't have it up here, but Suncor's at a big resistance area. I'd be cautious up here. Look how much Suncor went up. So do you want to chase it after they've already gone up so much? Look where Suncor is. Huge resistance area. Big bearish head and shoulders. Breakdown. This was COVID crash right here. Where are we? Retesting the previous support. It's a resistance now. I would be very cautious with Suncor and the oil stocks right now because of this. This says be cautious.
Take a look at CNQ. That's hitting a decade all-time high as well.
Yeah, and I like CNQ, and I think I don't know if CNQ does more than oil. I don't know everything about their business, but I would say I wouldn't be buying here. That's for sure. Like I wouldn't be chasing it here. Look at it. Look how it's overextended from the red line. It's at 61. I wouldn't be chasing it here. That's for sure. RSI is very high, overextended, a little bit of a volume spike last week. The big volume spike yesterday, right at the high, volume spike. CNQ is going to drop. Good chance CNQ is going to drop now. If I was in it, I would be definitely be getting out right now.
Yo, Stefano, are you going to play calls on a volume spike? QQQ?
No, I'm not. I don't go against the trend. Even if I see something that tells me it's going to reverse, I'll just sell my puts. I'm not going to go against the trend. The trend is down. I don't want to fight the trend.
Yeah, true.
So even if, unless we're really, really oversold and for sure we're going to bounce, then I'll do calls.
Yeah.
But right now, I don't think so. I think we're going to dump off. I think we're going to get a big red candle today.
Damn, that rising wedge played out so nice on the 5-minute, 1-minute, and 3-minute.
See what I called it out, but I was patient. I sat on my hands this morning for a good half hour, 40 minutes. I'm like, I'm not doing anything until I know for sure. Yeah.
Bro, I got puts sold so early. Like I saw it's gonna drop, but then just panic sold so early.
Yeah, the way I play is that when I take a position, I take a position that I'm anticipating to run for at least hopefully half an hour, or even a day. So I'm not trying to make these quick in, out, in, out, in, out. It's too fast for me. Yeah. I took my puts right up here. Look, we're getting a nice decline over here. And anybody who's not playing puts, you don't have to feel like you're missing out. Like if I say I'm taking puts and you're not doing options, like I said, you could be taking those inverse ETFs, HQD. HQD goes the opposite of the NASDAQ. So it goes up when the NASDAQ goes down. And same with Tesla. Like, Tesla is a big component of the NASDAQ. So if I'm taking Tesla puts, more than likely the NASDAQ, I'm looking for the NASDAQ to drop too. Should have grabbed more QQQ puts. Fuck, they're up $1.
Yeah, bro, QQQ puts are rocketing right now.
Fuck. That's why I love options. They're up $1. I'm up, I don't know, 12%, 13% on those puts, 14%, whatever it is. It's like 12. What stock am I going to make 13% right now? I don't see anything. Not one stock moved 13% today. I could look at my whole list. The most I'm getting.
Can you
is...
check Teabag?
Is that for real? Is that something?
No. I'm joking.
So not one stock on my list is up 13%. So nowhere else could I get that kind of return other than options.
Yeah, same. I made a quick 25% today. No other stock gives me 25% returns really quickly.
Exactly. Now, I used to play and I used to go really heavy. But okay, right now, I'm up not a huge amount on the day. I'm up like $7,000 US today right now. I didn't take a huge position. I added more to my Tesla puts when it was about 1,030. And then I bought QQQ puts, but I didn't buy a big position. But I'm up $7,000 today on... My total risk is 100,000 US, but I'm up 7,000 US, which equates to like $9,000. And to make that in the past, with the way I used to trade, I would need fucking $500,000, $400,000. It's crazy. Tesla's doing exactly what I say. Every single thing I said this morning is played out to the T.
So did you know about options before but stayed out of it? And then
Yeah, I was always scared. I was always like, it's too risky. I'm scared.
And then you got into it because like now it's like so much hype behind it. You started looking into it more.
I've just gotten so good at reading charts that like it's just time, you know. Like I trust myself enough to know that I'm not gonna lose all my money, hopefully, on options, because you can. Like I've known guys, they've blown a lot of money on options, you know. One girl told me one girl told me her life savings $30,000. She bought Tesla puts. She held on. She lost a full $30,000 within a couple weeks. You know, her life savings. You know, and another guy, you know, he told me he lost $200,000 on Tesla puts. $200,000 on puts. First of all, one, for the most part, you shouldn't be putting that much money on options, which I do sometimes. But again, I would never hold them. Like it starts not going my way, I'm down 10 grand, 15 grand. I'm out. I'm not going to sit until my money is zero. You know what I mean? So,
I think people, yeah, but you're also trading with more than 200,000.
I'm not at the moment. I was, which is why I like options, because I don't need that much money. I'm trading with less.
What I mean is like, if you were to lose 200,000, you could go and make some options tomorrow and make it back. Where the people you're talking about, they just, you know, they lost their bankroll. They now can't even try to make it back.
That's right. They lost their life savings. I would be really hurt if I lost that kind of money too, you know? Like I'm wealthy, but I'm not like super rich or anything, you know what I mean? I'm good. I'm not going to be happy if I lost that kind of money. You know, for me, once I start to lose over like 20 grand, like I'm having a bad day. You know, well, even that, like I don't like to lose anything. It doesn't matter. Nobody likes to lose any money at all.
I lose $10 and I'm pissed.
Yo, same here. I lose $10 and pissed. It's okay. We got that.
And it's not a lot. It's just like I
lost my trading fee.
Yeah, exactly. It's not a lot, but it's just like the feeling of losing. It's not good.
Yeah. Nobody.
What pisses me off is knowing that the broker made money off me too. That's what makes me even more mad when it's like $10. It's like I literally just paid this broker to fucking do nothing.
Yeah.
It's like the government with taxes. Like I hate paying taxes.
There's no sign of Tesla reversal yet. It's just overextended and oversold, but no volume spike. Slightly higher volume. No volume spike though, so I'm not. Maybe, what time is it? 2 more minutes on this candle.
Hey, Stefano, can you check WKSP's charts?
WKSB. Not coming up. WKSB. Not coming up.
WKSP with a P, not B.
I don't deal with these kind of penny stocks, man. That's a pretty ugly ass chart. There's nothing here that says do anything. It just says stay out. I don't know. Maybe this is a falling wedge. Maybe.
Holy shit! Look at QQQ tanking.
Oh, thank God I picked up more puts, man. I picked up puts right at the top at 374. Like
nice.
or something.
Yeah.
I'm already up 50%.
Oh, my Tesla puts are freaking killing it too. I think exactly what I said is going to happen. What did I say? We're going to rebound to the red line. And we're going to get an upper. And around 10:30, the momentum, 10:15, the momentum's going to shift.
Yeah, exactly what you said. 10 o'clock.
And then we're going to go red. Look at this.
Let's go. If it touches 365, I'm happy.
Let's look at this. This is our candle on the futures chart. Big indecision candle. Bitcoin pulling back right after the volume spike. Look at that volume spike. Getting a little volume spike again, though, so they might rebound it here. Little volume spike on QQQ. Let me look at Tesla. Little volume spike. I'm taking a little bit of profits here. I think we're going to go lower, but I'm taking some money off the table here. It's my criteria for a little bit of a rebound, and that's enough for me to take some profits. So my QQQ puts are up $2. They're up $2. Wow, I'm up 20% on them. What am I gonna do?
I have a question.
Be greedy.
I don't know if I'm gonna be greedy. I'm debating. I don't like this volume spike.
Sell half, man.
Yeah, I sold half my Tesla puts. I sold half. I'm gonna sell half my QQQ puts right now.
Yeah, QQQ bounce might come.
I'm up 16 grand today, US.
Nice. I was gonna copy, and I had a meeting, man. Sucks.
I sold all my Tesla puts for now. I think it's gonna go lower, but I'm up 16 grand. I'm up 20 grand today. So,
do you think Tesla's gonna bounce?
The volume spike right here. See the little spike? And the spike on QQQ tells me we'll probably see at least a short-term bounce. I think we're going lower by the end of the day, but the volume spike tells me we'll get at least a short-term bounce likely. And for that reason, that's why I'm reducing my positions. I'm just selling. I sold my positions now. I'm happy. I made 20 grand. 16 grand US, which is, 20 grand Canadian. I think we'll go lower, and I might get FOMO. But you know what it is? And, my mom's told me a million times, you're up money. You have 10 grand, 20 grand, whatever it is. Do you want to chance that going away? Who the hell makes that much in a day? Nobody.
Yeah, let's fight another day tomorrow, man.
Yeah, tomorrow's
You
another
gotta
day.
get your mom to run a conference call.
Yeah. Now, if I can make that every single day, if I can do 10 grand a day, 20 grand a day, how much money am I going to make at the end of the year? A ton. So we are dropping further, though. My target for the day, if it goes out exactly as I was thinking today, we're going to at least hit this lower Bollinger Band, which is around 368 on QQQ. But I think we're going to rebound now. That's why I sold. I wouldn't have sold if I didn't think we're at least going to rebound in the short term, which I could buy calls, but I don't like fighting the trend. So I'll rather just wait. I could buy calls because I'd be pretty confident. Look, we are rebounding. I'd be pretty confident we're going to rebound, but...
Do you think you should buy back in the puts once it rebounds, or just wait to see how it plays out?
I might just chill the rest of the day unless something is screaming at me and saying, you got to buy. Like, for sure, like, this is a trade. So I'm going to wait for now.
Yeah, I'm going to wait too.
See, it got overextended from the red line, got oversold on the RSI. We got some volume spike. Same with Tesla. Volume spike down here, overextended from the red line, oversold. All the signs say at least temporary rebound. Not a reversal, but at least a temporary rebound. So what I would do would make sense. Let the rebound play out. Let the RSI cool off. Let me chill and wait for the signal to re-enter, which may be today, or maybe I'll say, you know what, fuck it. Not even 11 o'clock, 2 hours into my day, I already made 20 grand. Well, you know, just let me go fuck off for the rest of the day. Which is really what all traders should do. Yesterday, I almost fucked up. I almost messed up yesterday. I kind of want to post this video online, so maybe I shouldn't swear. I feel like I'm giving a little too much information in this video. But for the future, this live thing, which I wasn't even... I should have posted my trades, though, in my channel by text. That's a problem. I can't... I forgot to do that. I should have posted my trades in the text. This live thing, I didn't even say I was including with, you know, my service, whatever. But I don't mind doing it because me breaking it down for you guys actually helps it break it down for me. And I make better decisions. Also, because I don't want to embarrass myself in front of you guys. So
honestly, it's a lot easier to keep up with your plays too. Like, because when we get it in the chat, sometimes, you know, there's like that slight delay and then we get shitty fills or whatever, right?
yeah, like if you're playing with me, you see I'm saying I'm looking for an entry, I'm looking for an... So you're ready to enter with me. Yeah, for sure.
Exactly.
So are we all filled out? Okay, I got 48 people on my thing. How many people are watching on this one? 45. How many people are watching on the third one? 21.
What's the rebound you're looking for on QQQ?
Well, it kind of did rebound a little bit already, and that's already dropping lower.
If it breaks the 69 level, you think it's just going to fall right out or what?
I think it's very possible. Like my targets for the day was that lower daily Bollinger Band, 368, and was if it's really pushes this purple line over here, which is just above 365, if we really get like an ugly red day. I don't know. I'm thinking we're going to rebound around here, which is why I don't want to run and go chase puts again, which could be wrong. Maybe we're not. But the volume tells me don't chase over here anyways. The volume is everything. So what's happening right now, we might get a more push, but what's happening is that a lot of people are seeing it's going down. A lot of shorts, they want to get in on the action. A lot of people are panic selling, their stop losses are going through, and that's when this volume's coming in. And that's typically when the market makers are going to say, okay, too many people just went short. Let's flip it and let's squeeze them out of their positions. Let's take their money. And once we take their money, we get another volume spike or we do distribution at a higher price. Then we'll make a drop again. If that happens, unless we really have heavy momentum to the downside, which it looks pretty heavy right now. Look on the hourly. Look at this candle. Just a big bearish engulfing candle. So if I held this extra 5 minutes, probably would have made an extra 2,500, $3,000 if I just held that extra 5 minutes.
Yeah, we're through now, looks like.
And we are pushing further down. Nice. You know what? I feel upset I sold a bit early, or at least as of now, and maybe it's gonna get even more down, and I would have made 30 grand, 40 grand if with a little bit of patience in one day. You know what? You can always make more money. You can always make more money. As long as you make money, you're good.
There's always tomorrow, bro.
That's right. You know what? There's opportunity every single day. If it's not in QQQ, it's in something else. You know, if it's not in Tesla, it's in something else. If it's not in gold, it's in copper. If it's not in copper, it's in oil. It's not in oil, it's in tech. Not in tech, it's in psychedelics. Whatever. Something every day.
Well, I clipped my money for the day, so I'm going to let you guys go. Maybe clear out a spot for someone else. Thanks.
All right, man. Have a good day.
Yo, Tesla's about to break the $1,000 mark.
It could get quite ugly today. I mean, I don't know if it's going to happen today, but I would say it's definitely possible that it does, considering how weak it is.
Oh my God. Look at QQQ straight up tanking.
Yeah,
it broke
that's
yesterday.
That's my target on Tesla, is that orange line, which is at 952. It's possible it hits it today. I'm going to be cheesed. I didn't hold my puts. It's possible it hits that today. It's possible you get this big red candle down to there. I don't want to chance it. I'm on the fence. I think it's highly possible, but I don't want to chase it. Look, you see we're getting high volume down here. Look at all the 3 bars of high volume. For that reason, I do think they're going to flip it at least temporarily. So that's why I don't want to chase. If it was declining volume on the way, like if I was saw lower and lower bars of volume as it went down, I would chase. I would chase in that case. But because there's this high volume, I'm not gonna, because I know how they operate and what they want to do. A lot of people just went short, so more likely what they want to do is they want to rebound it and make these people lose their money.
How do you play with options and puts? Do you need a certain account?
You can do it on most accounts. I don't know about you should be able to do it on a cash, a margin, and a TFSA account, and even your RRSP, you can do it in there. So you just need to enable it. You need to call your broker and enable it. Now, with options, like you really need to know what you're doing, and you really need to be careful because it's really easy to lose a lot of money very fast. Like I said, you can blow through all your money within a week. Like you can literally blow through it all. So you need to know what you're doing. You need to understand it in order to not blow all your money. When I first did options, which is, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago, I blew a $30,000 account. It took me 4 weeks, and I blew $30,000. And then I was like, oh, I was doing good at first. And I'm like, oh, I'm not going to touch options again. You know what? In order to trade well, whatever you're trading, you just need to be very, very disciplined. And you need to know when to sit on your hands. You need to know when to chill. You need to know when to say, hey, I made enough money. Let me get out, or let me sell some of my position. You know, you need to know. Yeah. You need to be very disciplined. You need to have a plan. You need to have a strategy, and you need to understand how things work. Like, I understand how things work. I was able to explain everything to you, what's happening. Then they did rebound it. It went further down, but they did rebound it, and I think they could rebound it a bit more, because what they want to do is they want to put all this volume in the red. So this is a lot of short sellers. This is a lot of stop losses. They want to put all that volume in the red and make people think, oh, crap, like a short right at the bottom, or I sold right at the bottom. Let me buy back, or let me go bullish now. Let me grab some calls. Look, it's a double bottom. Look, it's a double bottom on QQQ. Let me buy calls now, you know, because they're going to start making it run, make people think it's a double bottom. So it's all about this psychology in the games they play in order to take as much money from people as possible, which is their goal. Their goal is to take all your money. I don't think we're not going to that orange line today on Tesla. Thankfully, I don't want it to. Not today.
Not today. You think you're going to buy back in on any of your positions that you sold?
Today? I don't know. I might just sit out the rest of the day. I'm pretty happy with my profits for the day, so I might just sit out the rest of the day.
Bull's trying to make a higher high on the 5-minute, and then we might get a trend change. Short term.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to chase short here, even though the momentum's to the down. I don't want to chase short, and maybe that's a wrong decision. Maybe I could make more money if I do. A bit hard call. See, we saw pretty high volume on the rebound too, which suggests there's fairly high selling pressure on the rebounds as well. So I'm a little on the fence here. And for that reason, I'll probably just chill. See, this morning, I didn't trade until I was 100%. And mind you, I'm being very disciplined. I got all you guys watching me. I need to make sure I'm on point. Because it's not just my money, but a lot of people are following me. So, you know, I got to make sure I guide us all in the right direction. But I waited. I thought we were going to drop today, but I didn't run in and let me go buy puts right away. No, I waited. I let this play out. I saw, okay, maybe it's a rising wedge, a little volume spike up here. Look, right at the high, we got that volume spike up here. Now I should enter my short. And then it did. And then we dumped off right on time, right on cue, right around 10:15. Because that first 40 minutes, that's when you tend to get momentum into one direction. And then it tends to flip or cool off after 10 o'clock, which is exactly what happened today. So I was recording this live. I'm going to stop recording it now. I think that was a really good live for this morning. I'm going to stay on live longer, but I'm going to stop recording it now at least. And I'll probably post this in the course or something if you guys want to rewatch it.